Oh. All right, I think we're live on YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Ali, thank you for taking the time to present to us. Please go ahead.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. I'm Ali Yusuf, a software engineering student at the Skoda University. I'm excited to share with you some of my knowledge in the coming slides. Sorry. In this presentation, I'm gonna introduce you the web development and talk about the front end part and the back end part. And you're gonna get to know the full stack development. And finally, we will summarize all the key points learned. Once we've covered all these key topics, I'll be thrilled to answer any questions you may have. Okay. So have you ever asked yourself how many times you visit web applications in a day, in a single day? Well, whether it's scrolling through your social media or checking your emails or making online purchases, we're constantly interacting with web applications without even realizing it. Today, we're going to uncover the fascinating world behind web development that makes our daily lives easier. We'll explore how they are built and technologies driving them and the magic that makes them user-friendly and responsive. Now, when you hear the word web development, two words might come to your head: front end and back end. Well, that's because front end is divided into front end and back end. So what's the difference between front end and back end? Now, I love this cartoon that describes exactly what's the difference. Notice here our user is looking at this beautiful lady. Everything the user can see and hear is a part of the front end part. It's the colors, links, images, and the text. So it's basically the user can see basically everything that the user can see or hear or interact with is the part of the front end. Now, what's this dragon at the back? Well, because the backend is the part where the user cannot see and never gets to interact with, it can get a little bit a monster-like, but it doesn't have to. And we're going to learn things that's going to make our front end as great as our backend. But essentially, the backend is the part where the user never gets to see and never gets to interact with. So what is exactly front end? Front end development is like the makeup artist for websites and applications. It's the beauty of digital world, adding the perfect colors, highlighting the best features. Front end developers are the makeup artists of the internet. But how do they do this art? They basically use three main concepts, three main building blocks: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Let's say you want to build a website. You first should complete the structure, just like a building: the text, colors, buttons, and images. And that's what HTML is for. It's a standard markup language used to create and structure content in the web. We can actually fill our needs with the structure only. But imagine instead, for example, using this website, you use this new lovely website. It's a huge difference, right? And here's where CSS comes into play. It's a style sheet language used in controlling the layout, design, and appearance of the web page. The last building block web development web developers use is JavaScript. It is a scripting language used in web development to create dynamic elements on web developments on web pages. You can actually think of it like the lighting system or the security system in any building. Many may think that the front-end development is not a promising career. Well, that's a misconception. Websites nowadays are required to be attractive and responsive for every device available, and that's what make web development a rewarding and a fulfilling career. And when you hear the word backend, you may get scared. Well, I'm here to calm you down. Once you get into it, you'll find it totally different and fun. The backend is the hidden part of the website or application that stores data, processes requests from users, and it's actually everything behind the scenes. You can consider it as a car engine, doing all the important work in the vehicle, while the driver or the user in the front end interacts with the controls and see the results. Well, backend development consists of three main components: the server, which is basically a computer; the application, which is the logic that makes our application functional; and the database that we can store and retrieve data from it. You can think of it like a garage or a storing box. Backend developers use lots of tools to build and maintain server-side in the web applications. These tools help manage data and handle requests from clients and ensure smooth operations of the backend. Backend development often involves using languages like JavaScript, PHP, Java, or C Sharp. They also use web frameworks. They are pre-built structures and libraries to streamline the web application development. And and they and and they use databases too, like SQL databases like MySQL, and NoSQL databases like MongoDB. They're used to store and retrieve data. Now, after covering the front end and the back end, you might have heard about full stack development. Developers who have expertise, they are developers who have expertise in both the front end and the back end. They are capable of working on both the client and the front side, the client on the server side of the web applications. To wrap everything up, web development is a really big word, a big creative word that uh, that uh, that should have full expertise, like full that should have front and back and full stack expertise. The front developers specialize in creating user interface, while the backend developers maintain the backend operations, the server side operations. And finally, the full stack developers who who combine the both front-end skills and back-end skills. And that's it. Thank you for all for listening, and I'll be happy to hear your questions.
Yes, Ali, can you hear us?
Yes.